the edition. And today in studio, I'm with the beautiful Ruth Kirungi. Ruth,
Yeah.
you're welcome.
Thank you so much.
You look good. I see you're keeping fit.
I'm trying.
Okay.
It's really been hard, but I'm trying.
Has Corona affected you in any way?
Of course it has. I mean, look at me. I gained so much weight from, not being able to play basketball or work out. But yeah,
Okay.
That's how it affected me. Otherwise, I've been working and all that.
Okay, that's good. So, why and how did you begin playing basketball?
Um, how? I grew up in a family full of boys, my cousins, and there was so much involved in sports. One played football, another one played tennis, and there was this other one called Nathan. Shout out to Nathan. He's the one who was involved in basketball, so he taught me the basics. Back then I didn't even know basketball needed a hoop to shoot and all that. So he taught me how to dribble, pass, and he always called me to just play defense on him. So yeah, it's Nathan who introduced me to basketball. I was still a child back then. I think I was in P4 or P5.
Okay.
Yeah, before I left their home in P6. So after that, I didn't get to see basketball until I joined Eagles Nest.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, was basketball sports you thought about playing, or you just landed on it because of Nathan?
Yeah, I mean, growing up with boys, I was involved in all sports. I would try football, I would try tennis, I would try netball because I had one sister. So, but basketball is the one game I fell in love with because I mean, it's the one game I fell in love with.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, you're a celebrated champion. You were an MVP in high school.
Yeah.
So, how has basketball affected your life?
Um, I mean, joining Eagles Nest, um, I was given a scholarship at Eagles Nest, so I was there from Form 1 till Form 6.
So, you were given a scholarship in Eagles Nest.
Yeah, I was given a
You were
scholarship.
scouted.
Not really. It's a Christian school, so my mom wanted all our kids to go through Christian school. So my sisters were already there.
Okay.
So she took me to Eagles Nest. It was very obvious I was going to Eagles Nest. So I got to Eagles Nest in Form 1 and I fell in love with the game. And yeah, I ended up earning a scholarship at Eagles Nest.
Okay.
So I was there for all the 6 years on a scholarship. So basketball, how it has affected my life, it has really opened so many doors for me when it comes to scholarships. Yeah.
Scholarships. What do you mean?
From Eagles Nest, I joined UCU, where I was also on a scholarship.
Full scholarship.
Yeah, full scholarship.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So, do people earn from basketball? Like the way it is, like, can I talk about the NBA, the Euro League? Do people earn from basketball in Uganda?
Personally, I've earned from basketball. I don't know about the rest. It really depends on how good your game is.
Okay.
Yeah. So mine might not be financially, but I've earned scholarships. After I left UCU, I joined JKL, and of course, it's not a school or university that you can earn a scholarship. You had to earn financially.
Okay.
So after I joined JKL, that's when I started earning my little money.
When you say little, what are you talking about? Like 5 million?
Just little to survive on. Yeah. So yeah, I've earned from basketball with JKL, with L1, with all the teams I've been through. I've really earned from that.
So would you look at the camera and advise kids to play basketball as a career? What do you think? Or
I wouldn't straight away tell them, oh, there's money in basketball, join basketball because of money. No.
okay.
You just have to join basketball because you love the game first. You have to love the game before you think of earning from it, which is what I did.
Okay. So
Yeah.
like kids outside there in high school, they can decide to focus on basketball and forget about books. So would you advise them to balance or focus on one until further notice?
Yeah, I mean, in basketball. Sorry, what did you ask?
Like in high school, kids, of course, go to school to study.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Which takes me back to UCU. We had to have a balance between academics and sports. UCU concentrated more on academics. After every semester, you had to hand in your results
What?
after every semester. So they made sure you concentrated more on books than actually sports. They really emphasized that a lot. So I'd advise all kids to do the same.
Okay,
Yeah,
to balance.
to balance, yeah.
Okay, I see you donning on a Hoops Genesis T-shirt.
Oh,
Huh?
yeah.
Are you the founder of that academy or something?
No, I'm not the founder, but I know people who I know Innocent. I don't know if you know Innocent.
Yeah.
He used to play here. Yeah, he used to play here before he moved to India.
Okay.
So usually, it's a program that runs in India.
Okay.
That helps in developing kids or even adults.
Okay.
They play for this program. So yeah, when he's around, when he's in the country, we always meet up and catch up, and he always hands me a T-shirt or a hoodie.
So you said it's based in India.
Yeah, it's based in India.
There's no branch in Uganda.
That I'm not sure, but I'm sure it's coming up. If it's not, I'm sure they are thinking about it.
I have a concern, like the population of girls in the country is higher than that of men. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Right.
Yes. But if you look at different sports disciplines, girls are very few compared to the boys. I don't know why. I don't know if you have a good reason why. Is it because of the physicality of sports, or guys outside there tell chicks if you play sports, you're not going to be looking good? I don't know. Yet after some time, girls think they have put on weight and they begin working out. So I'm confused. You're the lady, so I think you have a better explanation.
I'll take you back to my high school. It reached a point, I think in Form 3, it reached a point where the school management almost concentrated on just boys as a team, and they almost told the girls, hey, we can't take you on anymore.
Okay.
So I don't know why they don't believe so much in girls, participating in sports, but I think even it all comes down to the girls. They don't want to be involved in different activities that involve being touched or so I don't know.
It's crazy.
It's crazy, but I've been seeing a difference of late.
Okay.
Now there's so many girls involved, especially with the development skills going on in different schools. I'm seeing so many girls now who participate in sports. It may not be basketball in particular. I'm even seeing girls playing football, which I didn't see back then. Yeah.
So how are you dealing with all that physicality on court? Is it a mental thing, or you enjoy pain? I don't know.
I actually play a very physical game. Sometimes I hit someone with an elbow and I'm like, I can't believe I did that. It just so happens that I play very physical.
Okay.
So I mean, I would expect the same from my opponent. So it doesn't really affect me as much. It just affects me when I play hard defense with someone and then they're like, oh, don't touch me. But yeah, it comes. If I do it, I'd expect the same from my opponent.
Okay.
Yeah.
So any health benefits you have achieved or one can achieve through participating in sports or basketball?
Health. Of course, even the health wise, the doctors tell you to stay active. It doesn't have to be basketball again.
Yeah.
You can run. You can, like, my morning routine is you wake up, do some sit-ups, do just even 10 minutes of working out can help with your health. Okay. Now with me, I work out in the morning before I go to work. Even after work, I have a hoop at home. I work out with my neighbors. So the benefits I've got from there is all like I have the perfect body, But I stay fit.
Okay.
I try and stay fit.
Okay, let's focus now on your basketball career. I'm going to begin with your high school basketball life. You have turned out to become, can I say, one of the best point guards in the country currently.
Really?
Yeah, for real. You've turned out to become one of the best. Let's talk about
Yeah.
your high school basketball. I know you were Eagles Nest,
Mm.
and you won MVP in 2000, I think 7, and a champion
Yeah.
in the Sprite tournament. Let's talk
Yeah.
about your high school.
High school. When I joined in Form 1, like I said, I was involved in different sports. But in Form 1, most of my friends, like Peace, Joanne, my sister was also playing. She was already in that school. So it was very easy for me to get involved in basketball. I just had to balance between basketball and church.
Okay.
Because remember, my mom is a pastor.
Ah, really?
So she wanted me to have a balance between sports and church. The school had a church.
Okay.
So yeah, when in Form 1, of course, there are big girls on the team already, so you can't just get a spot like that. So of course, in Form 1, we had Coach Jeff Mwaniki at that time. He would, train us a little bit, wake us up like at 5 a.m. to go run the Loviri Hill. You go through all that, and then during tournaments, you're the one carrying water. You're the one carrying jerseys. But the good thing that came with that is you got to travel with the team. Yeah. So I officially joined the team, I think, in my Form 1 third term.
Okay.
So yeah, Form 2 kept playing. The big girls left eventually. So that's when we earned a spot on the team. Me, Peace, Mochiruku, and Joan. I don't know if you know Joan, but yeah. And thingy, Ayo was also on that squad. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, we played Form 2, Form 3, Form 4. The Peace left, Mochiruku left. I was left with the team. I was left on the team with no girls. So that's when the sports management wanted to take the girls off because they didn't see any team. I had to scout for players. And thankfully, I had Francis. I don't know if you remember. Yeah. So Francis really fought for the girls' team to stay on board. That's when we managed to come up with different girls, gully girls, the models. Yeah. So when we traveled for that Sprite tournament in Cavalli in 2007, luckily enough, we won the championship.
Luckily, yes, you're the MVP.
I was the MVP. It was tough. I mean, new players on the team, but then we won.
So Francis was your coach during that championship.
Yeah.
How influential was Francis?
Francis, I owe my basketball to Francis because I mean he has really taught me all. People ended up saying I even ran like Francis because I wanted to do everything. He was a point guard at Falcons, so that was my position, point guard. So I wanted to do everything he does. So yeah, I owe my basketball to Francis.
So let's talk about your fundamentals. Of course, you know there are fundamentals in basketball: triple threat, jab step, follow through, and everything. Did you perfect your repertoire in terms of fundamentals in high school?
Yeah, in Form 1, Form 2, those are the things they taught us. Those are things Mwaniki Jeff used to teach us. So by Form 3, I was already on board with what happens.
So there's no shortcut with the fundamentals. You're always supposed to learn from the start.
Trust me, we would even just have sessions on fundamentals. No playing, no nothing. Just go on court and go through fundamentals. They were very important before joining the main team.
Okay.
Yeah.
So from Eagles Nest, that is high school, you went on and joined ladybucks. And I know ladybucks is one of, can I call it, the biggest clubs ever in Uganda.
Right.
Yeah, and I'm sure you met talented, skilled girls over there. Tell us about your experience in ladybucks.
Eagles Nest, Form 4, then I joined A-Level. Now in A-Level, unfortunately, the girls left. The girls I was giving forms. So there was no team anymore.
In Form 5?
In Form 5, there was no girls team at Eagles Nest. So I concentrated on books, And then in Form 6, when we would go for tournaments, of course, you had coaches who are already in the league that would refer games in high school. So they would come and scout, and that's how I met Madame Harriet. So that's how I ended up in Ladybugs. She reached out and she's like, "Hey, you don't have to finish high school for you to join us. You can join us in Form 6 if the school lets you out. You can train with us once or twice a week, and then on the weekend you can play." So yeah, I joined Ladybugs in my Form 6. I know it was tough, it being the last year at high school, but I managed. Yeah.
So
I left. I joined Ladybugs in Form 6, and I played with them during my vacation. But at that time, that's when I was transitioning from Ladybugs to UCU. So in my vacation, I wasn't so much in Ladybugs, but I was with them in Form 6.
Okay, so tell us about some of those girls in Ladybugs you came across. Girls who motivated you to play league basketball.
There was Chocho. Chocho was playing point guard also.
Chocho Immaculate. Huh?
Yeah, she's called Chocho, right? I know as Chocho.
She's standing for Elsie something.
Yeah, good luck to her, Bambi. Yeah. She really helped me so much in that. And there was Coach YY. Also, Madame Harriet really did a tremendous job with me in Ladybugs, because I mean, it was the league. Yeah. I'm from high school. She was really patient with me, and then I found peace. We were reunited again with peace. So I was really happy in Ladybugs. Yeah, we didn't get to win as many games, but it was.
So, what was the difference in terms of skill? Can I say the hospitality you received in Ladybugs compared to the hospitality you had in high school?
Like I said, in high school, you had to force different girls to join the team. Yeah. You know, you can't just be the only superstar on the team and then you just don't have teammates. But then I go out there in Ladybugs and you're seeing people fighting to earn a spot on the team. Yeah. So it was just very different. You had to work hard and just stay on the team in Ladybugs, which was very different from high school. Yeah.
Wasn't it discouraging seeing better players compared to you? Were you like, I think I should not do basketball anymore?
I wasn't discouraged. I was more inspired, actually. Okay. Yeah, I was more inspired to just be out here and see different. Because of course, I wouldn't just watch. I would play and see my competitors. So I'd be like, wow, this is what's been happening out here.
So how many years were you with the Ladybugs team?
Just 1.5 or 2 years, between 2009 and 2010.
Okay. Yeah. So after Ladybugs, you joined UCU Canons, Lady Canons.
Yeah, I had finished my A levels, so I'd always wanted to join UCU. So when Mande reached out, Mande Jironi, it was a dream come true.
So how was the whole experience in UCU in terms of books, basketball, financial benefits?
Financial benefits.
So how was it?
Well, I joined UCU in 2011, the team. Yeah. It was a great experience, you know, finding very good, talented players in there. Maureen, Purity, Angela. There were so many talented players. I was like, I'm not going to play first year, which was okay with me because I had my scholarship. So yeah, my first year, I'm like, let me just concentrate on getting better. It doesn't matter whether I play or not. I mean, I used to earn a few minutes, which was good enough for me, and we ended up winning the championship 2011. So I was like, oh, this is how winning feels like. I might as well stay in UC.
So how was the whole championship experience? I mean, the playoffs, regular season, then lifting the trophy, taking the selfies, posting on social media. How was the experience?
It was a great experience for me. I remember we even had the dinner back then. We used to have FUBA dinners. Yeah. Oh, it was so nice when you're called up there champion. So it was really nice. but the whole, what was really good about it is having these different players that that inspire you, that you don't just learn basketball from them, you learn different things from them. Because remember, in UCU we stayed in the same hostel. As all athletes, we all stayed in the same hostel. So you go play with them, you come share a hostel with them, you have food with them, everything with them. So it had become more like a family for me at UCU. So winning a championship was like, it sealed everything.
Who did you go against in the finals?
In the finals in 2011, I think it was KCC. It used to be UCU KCC all the time.
So did it go to game 7?
I don't really remember, but no, I think no, I don't think it was a sweep. I don't remember very well. All I remember is I won. I don't remember very well.
Which coaches did you go through when you UCU?
At UCU, it was Mande Gironi at first. Oh, unfortunately, he stayed there for a few months and then he left. It was so bad. Yeah, and then he left. He had to go, and we got a white coach, Dale Scully. Yeah, so he's the one who took over after Mande.
And you won a championship with him?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think after Dale we had Oxy. Okay. Oxy, yeah. We had Oxy. Oh my God, we had Oxy. I thought Oxy coached me in JKL, but he was also there at UCU. Okay. So, yeah.
So did Nick also coach you in
no, Nick stepped in only when maybe Dale wasn't in position to coach. Okay. That's when Nick, was it Dale or Oxy? I think Oxy, when Oxy is not in position to coach, like because he was also a player. Yeah, okay. So when he has a game, Coach Nick always stepped in to help with the girls. Yeah.
So who are some of those players in UCU you would never forget, like favorite teammates? Can I call them favorite? I don't want you to be biased or something.
Yeah, I don't.
But the players who helped you so much.
I don't have favorites because it was like a family.
I think I used the wrong word.
It was like a family, but I wouldn't forget Sandy Lou and Francis Nabulobi. I don't even remember Francis. Yeah, Francis. They helped me so much on staying on the team and getting my game better and all that. They really did a good job with me, Sandy Lou, and not just basketball but also academically. Sandy Lou really helped me. Peace is a constant. Everywhere I go, there's peace. So yeah, peace is also a constant. Maureen, Angela, those were like my people right there. There was Purity. Yeah. There was just almost the whole team. I can't pick out.
Okay, you joined UCU on a scholarship.
I joined UCU on a scholarship. That means
you had to play basketball and concentrate on your books. So how are you balancing?
What can I say? I managed because when you're given a scholarship, they don't tell you, hey, concentrate on basketball. No, it's from the starters they tell you, concentrate on your books. Basketball can come in later. If you pass, you maintain your scholarship. Like I said, you're not guaranteed a scholarship every semester, so you had to keep up.
So they follow up.
You have to maintain your academics. Okay. You had to pass. So I balanced. I wasn't taking on a very tough course, so I managed.
So when you got done at TCU, you joined JKL Lady Dolphins.
Yes.
And you are a champion again in 2015.
15, yeah. So
you're a pioneer of JKL Dolphins. Mm-hmm. What influenced you to join JKL from UCU?
I mean, I had graduated from UCU. So the distance was going to be, because you're allowed to go back and play. It's not like when you graduate, you're done with UCU. No, you can go back and play. Just that it was going to be tough for me to keep going back and forth for training. Yeah. And at that time, the CEO at that time of JKL Freedom was looking out for players. He wanted to start a team. He sold us his idea of we really bought into it. But like, doesn't sound like a bad idea to start from, because now you're thinking you leave UCU, what team do you want to join?
Yeah.
So it was very easy for us to buy into his idea of starting a team in 2015. So we was so many graduate. Peace was also leaving, so he took all the superstars. Freedom was very selfish. He took all
Who were graduating from this team?
yeah, we even had Lynn, so many.
Yeah.
Freedom was very selfish. He even took Purity. He wanted all the superstars on his team.
Okay.
So yeah, we started JKL in 2015 from the lower div, and we won the championship to come up to the upper league.
Okay. So I'm sure like when Freedom approached you guys, they told you this is my vision and this is what I want for this team. I don't know, long term or short term. Do you think JKL has achieved those goals it set itself out to achieve in the past?
Yeah, from the beginning. Freedom has always dreamed. So his expectations have always, from way back, you had to meet his expectations. He dreams really big. That's one thing I like about Freedom. He dreams big, and he manages to get good players on his squad. So I think the team has really maintained with the winning. Yeah. So.
Okay, so after JKL, you joined A1 Challenge.
Yeah.
So why did you join A1? I mean, out of all those teams like KCCA and the likes, why did you join A1?
Why? You know Hamza.
Yeah.
Hamza has always wanted me to join A1. Even like after UC, he's like, when you finish UC, you'll come to A1. They need you on the team. Da, 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 da. But I bought into Freedom's idea, so I didn't join A1. But then later on, I'm like, why not? And
Still
then
Hamza again.
Yeah, but at that time it wasn't Hamza coaching L1, it was Jeff, and I really wanted to work with Jeff. So Jeff used City Oil. So it was easy for me to make that decision to join L1. You know, with all the development they do, the school outreaches and all that, I bought into the idea of joining L1. So yeah, and they needed a point guard, and I wanted to play with good players there. Vicky, I wanted,
So was your time in A1 worth it?
It was so worth it. I mean, I've learned a lot from A1 actually, with all the different coaches I've gone through. Coach Jeff, Steven, we had even anyway, we ended up with Hamza eventually. Yeah.
And
I think he was waiting for me to join A1, and then he comes on board.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's safe to say your time in A1 was worth it.
It was so worth it, especially with the different activities, because they don't concentrate on winning championships and all that. Yeah. They concentrate more on developing the girl child, which is something I really like.
Okay.
Yeah, with A1. So yeah.
So after A1 again, you have finally moved to. Can I say finally, or you're still on the move?
No, I think I've settled.
You're done moving.
I've settled in well.
Okay.
So far where I am.
So after A1, you joined the Angels basketball team.
Yeah, I was with A1 for three years. Then I joined Angels this year before the pandemic hit.
Tell us about Angels.
Angels. Oh, my Angels.
Those are your current employees. I hope you don't lie.
I'm not going to. Why would I need to lie? Okay. It shows out there.
Tell us about
Angels. With Angels, they have the same values with A1. Okay. And they played really well last year. I'm not going to compare them with A1 when it comes to basketball, but they played really well last year. And I wanted to join them this year. And they have Coach Tony. He's a point guard on City Oil, and I wanted to work with a point guard this year as a coach. But yeah, it was very easy for me to to go to Angels. They welcomed me very well. They have the same values with A1. They also do the outreaches, the girl child outreaches in different schools. So yeah.
I think you've forgotten something important too. Why you joined Angels?
What?
I don't know. Have you forgotten anything?
It's not the money. I know they
never
have
said
money.
I never
They
said
have a
anything.
lot of money, but it's not the money.
Okay, you just wanted to fit in a
Yeah,
system that was similar to A1.
yeah,
Okay, makes
and
sense.
yeah, and yeah.
Okay, now
In
I
case
want you. I
in
want
case
you.
I've forgotten anything, I'll add on.
You'll
But
add on
for
later.
now, yeah.
Okay, so tell us about the point guard position, because you've talked about working with the point guard coaches, and you're an elite point guard. Tell us about being a point guard.
The point guard role.
Yeah, the truth is, as a point
It's a
guard,
tough one.
yes, you're like the coach on the basketball team.
Right. Yeah. So much. I'm not going to say a lot of pressure comes from being a point. I mean, there's pressure there because you're expected to bring down the ball, to think for the team, to facilitate baskets that scoring. Um, it wasn't a tough position for me throughout my basketball career because I've always been on very good teams, and on those teams you find number 2, 3, 4, they all can point that ball.
Right.
So when I'm off, someone else takes over, or if in case there's so much pressure at that particular time, number 2 can bring down the ball.
Yeah.
So it was very easy for me to play that position, and I'm so thankful that my teammates really trusted me with the ball. Yeah, they Angels. I hope they trust me with the ball.
Of course they will.
So yeah, and because those teams you have even number 4, you have a number 4 bringing down the ball. In UCU we had Purity who could point at some point, and in Angels now we have Melissa. I don't know if you know Melissa. That girl can on transition you're there for the outlet, she's already there scoring. So yeah, it hasn't been tough being a point guard.
Okay, so what would you say your strength is as a point guard?
My strength.
Yeah.
My strength, controlling the game. I try as much to control the game. Where you find a shooter is asking for that shot that the team doesn't really need, but you just have to maintain, and as the time runs down. So I try as much control the game. I look out for. I'm more of a transitional guard, so my passing skills are maybe 70 or 80%. That is not bad. So yeah, I do a great job in transition.
Okay.
Yeah, that's about it. And maybe some little crossovers there and there.
Okay, do we see Ruth becoming a coach in the future? What?
I don't think so.
Why? You've been through very good coaches and you're a point guard. That means
I'm a point guard. It's so bad. I'm a very quiet point guard. Like, just work with my face, work with my. Well, but I'm not the one to talk. I'm not the one to, which is so bad for a point guard actually. But coaching involves you talking and.
Not really. One of your coaches, Jerun, he doesn't really talk a lot. He just sits
That's
during a
true.
game. So, do we see Ruth becoming a
But there's also the pressure that comes with it. I can't handle that pressure. I would want to go on court and do whatever that person is not doing. I don't think I can handle. I don't think I can handle that pressure. But there's another way I can give back to basketball and just coaching.
Like
So it doesn't have to be like maybe if I make enough money, I can set up courts like my backyard, my village. I don't even think they know basketball. So yeah, you can do different stuff. Yeah.
Okay, makes sense. But you never know how life turns out.
You actually, yeah, you never know. You never know.
Okay, let me get a little more personal. Do you have an all-time 5, like international?
Yeah, I don't watch a lot of their games, but yeah,
okay.
I do.
So let's go. Number 1.
At 5, I'll start with Sylvia Fowles.
Okay.
Then at 4, I would go with either Brianna or Candace Parker. Brianna Stewart, I don't know if you know her.
Yeah, of course.
Then at 3, I would go with Diwana Bon. If I don't pronounce these names very well, don't blame me. But at number 3, I would go with Diwana Bon. I don't think you know her. She's very skinny and tall, but she balls. She plays really well. Okay. At 2, I would go with Jewel Lloyd. I don't know if you watched her.
I don't know.
She's really good. She plays for the Storm. Either her or Diana Taurasi. Okay. Then at 1, I'm sure you know who I'm going to say.
You tell me.
Super.
Oh my God, everyone says Super.
I know, I wanted it to be different, but I can't help it. She's really good.
How good do you think she is?
We play the same position, so I've really followed her career. Okay. She's 37, I think, and she's still balling. Yeah. What really inspires me about her is she played I think they won the championship in 2018, and she played with a broken nose.
She played with a mask.
With a mask. I'm sure you saw those pictures. Yeah. So it was really inspiring for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's get a little bit local. Please don't include your friends. I want all time.
I don't have friends. I don't have friends.
Don't put Momo.
Momo is not my friend. Who is Momo?
It's okay. Let's go all time local friends.
At 5, I'll go with these people are good. I'd go with either my teammate Miriam, or
much deserved for Miriam.
Yeah, Miriam, or I'll come back because there's competition there. Miriam or Liz Bazir. Yeah, she's really good. Then, or Big Piece. So there are 3 on one position.
Then 4?
4, do they have to be Ugandan?
No, any like all time. As long as they play in
Purity has never left my heart. I miss Purity. Purity at 4.
Is Purity still playing basketball?
I don't think so. I'm hoping she is, but I don't know.
We've not seen her feature in the Kenyan team.
Yeah. I don't think they can afford her.
It's
only no. I take that back.
But I don't think she's actually playing.
No, competitively, I don't think so. Okay. Maybe in her leisure time.
Okay, so then at 3?
At 3, 2, and 1, I'll go with Peace, Momo, and Angela.
This is not right. I don't include your friends.
Yeah, I know. Even if they were not my friends, that's the team right there. Angela, Momo, Peace, Purity, and whoever.
Okay, let's talk about number 1. That is Angela, right?
Yeah.
Why would you pick Angela at number 1?
Have you watched Angela play?
Yes, I have. I want your opinion.
But I'm saying in their prime. These people.
No. In their prime. Why would you pick Angela?
Angela has a very good court selection of passes. You should give a pass and you're like, where is that pass coming from? And it's Angela. I liked playing with Angela. Like if they put us out there, I want to be on her team. But it's so bad we used to play the same position. Okay. Yeah, so that's why I like Angela. Then, and her control of the game is perfect. Yeah.
Then at 2 you said
Momo. I'll take Momo.
So why Momo at 2?
Momo. I've always supported Momo. Momo is bad. I think Momo can play all positions. Momo is the one player that used to yell, shout at me, but at the end of the day, that's what I needed during that time. And yeah, she goes in there even when there are 2, 3, 5 people. You see Momo has come out with a basketball, and her shooting range, oh my God, it's crazy.
Okay. Then at 3 you said
Little Peace. Yeah.
Why Peace?
Oh, why Peace? Peace.
I know she's good, but I want
she's good. She's really good. And what I really like about Peace is when we used to play together, she wanted to coach me. When I'm on court, she would tell me I wouldn't even listen to what the coach is saying, but what Peace is saying. So Peace had a really great impact on my basketball because I used to listen to her a lot.
More than the
coach. So yeah, she would tell me whether it's a good thing or a bad thing. really get it in there for me to
You've been with
understand.
us since day one, so
Yeah.
it makes sense.
Yeah, and her basketball is really good. I enjoyed seeing her play.
You've actually played for quite some time.
Yeah.
So any regrets?
No, I have had no regrets. Basketball has done really many things for me. No regrets for me. Just that I've lost some friends from that because I put in a lot of time in basketball. I've missed out on some family occasions, friends occasions just because of basketball. They're like, "Oh, Ruth, let's link up." I'm like, "No, I have training or I have a game." So usually they eventually give up.
Okay.
So I've lost out on a few friends, but that doesn't make me regret playing. It's just that, yeah.
Okay. Have you suffered any major injuries during your basketball career, and how did you deal with them?
It wasn't really major, but I know I stayed out for a few games. I had an ankle injury.
Okay.
Yeah, and also a knee injury in JKL. But yeah, they always had medics around to help in case anything happened when I'm playing.
Okay.
But they were not really major.
Major. So apart from basketball, what else do you enjoy? Other sports? Okay, what else do you enjoy? Hobbies or anything?
Um, hobbies. It's just basketball.
Nothing else.
Basketball. Yeah, basketball. Maybe music. Music, and I'll try acting sometime.
You
To
should.
come. I'll try acting.
Then, what's your favorite food?
Food. I'm such a junkie person.
Okay,
Junk
chicken.
food, junk,
Anything junk.
anything junk. I know it's so bad.
So,
It's so bad. But I like cassava. I like cassava.
like the boiled cassava or
Yeah,
the fried one?
boiled cassava.
Okay, that's nice for a bowler. So,
Yeah.
how are you keeping fit during this time?
How? Like I said, I work out in the morning. In the evening when I leave work, I work out. Plus my team now, Angels, we always meet once in a while. Most
Okay.
Sundays we meet and work out. Play 3-on-3. So yeah.
Okay. So, how do you balance basketball? Of course, you're an elite point guard, and your professional career. I know that's a major challenge to most sportsmen out in Uganda.
Yeah, I work a 5 to 6 job. It's not easy. I work Monday till
5 a.m.
no, I not 5, 9. Sorry,
Okay.
9 to 6. And I work Monday till Saturday. Saturday, I request to work half day because usually we have basketball games.
Yeah.
So I try and balance. Usually I work from 9 to 6, but I told my boss, hey, you can let me go at 5 when I have training, and then I catch up with the rest of my teammates. So yeah, I always find a balance on that one.
Sometimes, do you sacrifice work for basketball or vice versa?
I, don't,
Yeah.
I hope my workmates are not watching, but I've had to sacrifice, especially Saturdays. Saturdays when we have the school reach out, the girl child school reach out. When we have games over the weekend, Saturdays, I've had to sacrifice. Even when we have games on Wednesday or Friday, we have to be there like at 6, and I have to leave earlier.
Okay.
So yeah.
So, parental influence, like towards your basketball development. Yeah. Did your parents support your basketball, or they were like, no, no, no? Like you said, was it all about religion and books, or they were supportive of your basketball?
They were very supportive. My parents were involved in sports back then, so it didn't come. It wasn't surprising that I was involved in sports. My mom just thought I was into volleyball, but I mean netball, but I ended up playing basketball, and she didn't really think it's such a physical game until she came to watch me play one time at YMCA. She was like, "What? This is what you go through?" It was horrifying for her. But I think that was the first and last time my mom has watched me because she just can't take it. But my sisters show up for every game, which is really nice.
Okay.
And they make sure I know that they're there.
You have not talked about Nathan.
Nathan is my cousin. You know Nathan?
course.
You know?
Yeah.
Oh, Nathan, very supportive. I mean, if it wasn't for Nathan, I don't think I would know. Well, I would know, but he also played a huge role in me getting to know basketball. Yeah.
Tell us about the development of girls basketball from the time you started playing to date.
It has really improved because of late I see so many teams involved in the outreaches. I've seen now there's eye hoops. It doesn't have to be necessarily girls, but I've seen eye hoops. I've seen different programs running, developing kids, which is a good thing, which wasn't there back then. Because now me back then in holidays, I'm looking for where to play, and I couldn't find. Back then, I would go to Makindi and play with the shooters.
Yeah.
So I'm seeing a huge difference now. More kids have access to basketball than back then.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you were to work in the office of Ministry of Education and Sports, what changes would you advise them to do towards the development of sports in the country?
First of all, I don't think they're involved as much. I don't see them coming to games. I don't see any person from the. I don't think they're involved as much. So that's mainly what I would focus on. Of first come and see what's happening, then we work towards developing the sport. Maybe because most of them, I'm sure they hear basketball, but it's not as out there as it is with football. Okay. Yeah.
So two more questions. When you came in the studio, you were like, "We're not putting on masks. Where are your masks?" So I got excited. So I want you to look at the camera and advise the public on how to stay safe. People think Corona's done, but at Mulago,
oh no, it's just getting worse.
Yeah, and even outside there, people are still getting sick. I want you to look at the camera and advise the public on how to keep safe.
I'm sure we all know now Corona is real. Let's just keep following the rules and regulations from the Ministry of Health. Let's wear our masks. Let's sanitize. Just wear your mask for your loved one. Yeah, protect your loved one by wearing a mask. That's all I can say.
Okay, then lastly, you're an elite point guard. I know.
You keep saying that.
And lots of people want to maybe be like you or better than you. I want you to look at the camera once again and advise the kids outside there, the seniors outside there who still want to be like you and everything. Advise them on how to become better at the sports or in life generally.
Mostly with the kids, I'm sure they're now at home, and if they're watching, I would advise them to concentrate mainly on books. They shouldn't concentrate on sports as much. And if they end up liking a sport, let's say it's basketball, I just hope they stay disciplined and consistent, and I hope they're coachable. You just have to be coachable, and discipline plays a huge role. I've learned from that. So yeah.
So that's it.
Discipline, consistency,
God.
God first. Yeah. God in everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's it.
That's it. Is there anything else?
No, that's it.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
No. You don't question my name?
No, that's it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that has been the Jolly Kirungi. Thank you so much. Kirungi. Thank you so much for coming.
Yeah.
I hope next time we invite you, come and dominate again.
Yeah. Thank you so much for the invitation.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Well, that has been Around the Game Sunday edition. I guess I will see you again next Sunday. Don't forget to subscribe.